This is SSPTV News, brought to you by Samsung Productions and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
You're going to love February's first Friday in downtown Hazleton. Find out why next. Good evening and thank you for joining us at SSPTV News. I'm Ken Cara. You're watching us in HD on Service Electric Cablevision Channel 513 and in SD on Channel 13. Watch us anytime, anywhere with the Samsung Productions app. Let's get things going with headlines now from SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker. Pennsylvania's confirmed flu cases have nearly doubled in the past 2 weeks, making this the most severe flu season in years. That according to Pennsylvania's acting health secretary and physician general, Dr. Rachel Levine.
Well, at the Department of Health, we're trying to get the message out. We're trying to get the message that it's not too late to get a flu shot, that people should see their doctor to get Tamiflu if they're sick. And we really want people to wash their hands, and that the flu can be spread by individuals who are sick touching objects around us. And so we really want people to be very, very careful and very cautious about washing their hands as often as possible. We're also working with all of our community stakeholders, the hospitals and health systems and medical societies, etc., to make sure that public health systems have the resources that they need in order to deal with the flu.
For more information, contact your physician or visit flufreepa.com. The death of a Foster Township woman has been ruled a homicide. Luzerne County Coroner Dr. Gary Ross performed the autopsy that determined that 46-year-old Toni Lynn Wilkinson died from a combination of blunt force head trauma and multiple gunshot wounds. Troopers found the woman deceased after a standoff Sunday at a home in Upper Lehigh. State police say that Wilkinson's mother had a head wound and 51-year-old Joseph Marchetti had a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Both were flown to Geisinger, Wyoming Valley Hospital. And Ashland police need your help to identify the person responsible for a break-in and burglary at Bracy Pharmacy on Center Street. It happened around 2:30 a.m. on Tuesday. Chief Marco Hearn says the man smashed the front door and then made off with an undisclosed amount of cash. He was wearing what appeared to be a black sweatshirt and sweatpants, a black cap and black mask, tan and black gloves, and dark shoes. Anyone with information is asked to call Ashland Police at 570-875-2600. East Union Township Police have charged a Shepton man with burglarizing an American Legion. 53-year-old Thomas J. Paris faces charges of burglary, criminal trespass, theft, and more. He's accused of burglarizing the Nellie Podani American Legion post home on Monday morning. Well, up in the sky through the clouds this morning burst not a bird, not a plane, but the super blue blood moon. Check out the upper left corner of the moon here. That's the Earth blocking out sunlight from hitting the moon. We saw a partial lunar eclipse this morning in our area. These shots were from beautiful Penn State Hazleton. If you were to see the total lunar eclipse, the moon would appear red, hence the name blood moon. It's called a supermoon because the moon is at its closest orbit to the Earth, making it around 14% brighter, and it's a blue moon because it's the second full moon of the month. The moon set before we could see the full lunar eclipse. However, mark it on your calendars right now. According to a NASA article, all of North America will be able to see the next lunar eclipse on January 21st, 2019. That will also be a super moon. I'm super tired because this all happened before 7 a.m., but wow, was it worth it? We'll have more shots of the moon during weather. Well, you're invited to celebrate First Friday this Friday in downtown Hazleton. Here's Lisa Sugar with more.
Well, what a better way to celebrate winter and not feel so gloomy than to celebrate First Friday in downtown Hazleton. And just by coincidence, it happens to be this Friday. And here to tell us all about it is Krista Schneider. She is the executive director of the Downtown Hazleton Alliance for Progress. So this has some really cool events because it's kind of a Valentine's Day theme.
Yes, First Friday is date night in downtown Hazleton. Everybody is kind of contributing to the theme of, giving a couple something to do, So there is a photo booth, a couple's photo booth that'll be set up at the Sage Exchange. Chris Advil Productions is going to set up his booth. He's a professional photographer. So anybody who wants to get, kind of a memento of, a picture of them and their significant other, they could go there. He can either do an instant film or he could do, a nice digital print. And there will also be a contest for best dressed couple, so they could win even a gift certificate if they come in and get their photo taken. So that's you could start with that. Then you could go to Brandon's Forever Home from 5:30 to 7:30. Chris Pavlik, who, as most people know here, is a really talented singer, local actor, performer, and he's agreed to do a preview of his performance that he's going to be doing at the Wiltsey Center the following week. Not only that, but then you could try wings from Bottlenecks. I think the Cunningham Brewery is featuring a tasting, and you get a free rose from Smith Floral if you come to Brandon's Forever Home. So I think that's a pretty good opportunity there.
I like it. And Chris Pavlik, he's wonderful.
Yeah.
Everybody loves to see Chris.
Does, yeah. And then when you're done there, you could go try some tango or rumba classes, dance classes at Facets of Dance. There's a class, beginner rumba or beginner tango classes.
There's also arts and more entertainment and food.
Yeah, art, a really special art exhibit at the Hazleton Art League starting at 6. There's 3 art educators, Lisa Ferry, Lisa Zavrick, and Lindsay Bauer. If you're interested in live music, you could go to the Pines. You could hear Mike Miz and Brian Clark perform there.
I like this. This is really turning out to be a nice night. And then, of course, we all like the all-you-can-eat crab legs at Frankie's.
Yeah, special on Friday night is all-you-can-eat crab legs, like you said, at Frankie's. So you could go make your reservation there and kind of end your night with a good meal.
Sounds very good. Great way to come out, and just, we all have the doldrums because it's winter, so this is a great way to get out and see a lot of people and have a lot of fun.
Yep. Hope everybody comes downtown.
All righty. If they want the whole schedule, it's on your website.
On our website, downtownhazelton.org, or they could call me at 455-1509.
All righty, you heard it here. This Friday is First Friday in downtown Hazleton, so all you couples, come on down.
Thanks, Lisa. And now a reminder that our SSPTV programming is available tonight and every Wednesday from 6:30 until 8 p.m. on our high-definition channel 513. You can also catch a rebroadcast of SSPTV News tonight at 8 p.m. on both channels, Channel 13 and HD 513. Coming up in sports, a special Dave Day as we talk about the reunion of the 1993 Hazleton area boys basketball team that went to the state championship with Standard Speaker Sport editor Dave Seaman. And next, how a membership with a local ambulance company can help you if you have an emergency. This is SSP TV News, your place for 24 hours of your hometown news and information.
This is SSPTV News, brought to you by Samsung Productions and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
Janine Lassant is back with more tips on social media here on SSPTV News. We told everybody you're the queen of the Socializer One, a division of SSPTV. And today you're going to start with your first tip focusing on Facebook, because that, you said, is the most popular in our area.
In this area, Facebook is the all-knowing of social media. Now, some people might use it just for friend page. I'm talking strictly business here, okay? Business. So a couple tips. If you are using your Facebook for your business page and you're doing it for free, your friend page is attached to your business page. Your friend page is the one that you need to have all of your settings as public, okay? Because what Facebook does is they look at your friend page and your business page, again, if you're not paying for the service, and they will only allow you to do so much on that business page. So again, if you have a Facebook page that's your friend page, and then you open your business page and they're linked, which you have to have a friend page to open a business page, you want to go to your friend page and you want to put all of those marks and settings public. Now, if you don't want to use your private Facebook page attached to your business page, what you can do is you can open up a new email, which is easy. Just open a new email, do a separate friend page for the email that you're going to attach your business page to, and make everything on there public. And that way you can interact and you can generate more activity on your business page. Because the thing that people get confused about is, oh, I have a Facebook page, so I'm done with my advertising. You can say whatever you want. The content can be there, but if you have no followers and no one sees it, really you're not going to get any results. Facebook does a lot with changing around things every couple months, so don't be surprised if you're seeing some glitches in something that you set up maybe 6, 9, 12 months ago. You need to go back in there and check your settings, especially when Facebook asks to do the updates on your phone or your computer.
Janine's going to be here all the time giving us important tips like this, but if you have a question that you want answered, they can contact you.
Yes, I would love that, because then I could do some research of my own, and it can't be just off the cuff. So if you want to email me, it's my first name, 2 N's in the middle, so it's JEANNINE at SSPTV.com, and we can answer your questions right here. It doesn't only have to be about Facebook, it can be about any social media platform. LinkedIn we'll talk about. Twitter is my least favorite, but I will entertain any of your questions there. I love Instagram. I'm really getting into that. We're going to talk about hashtagging coming up on SSPTV News.
All righty, and she does seminars too, folks, so if you're interested in that, email her and she can do a seminar at your workplace.
Time now for weather on SSPTV News.
Super blue blood moon. Let's take a look at the weather forecast now. Tonight it will be cloudy. We will have a low of 24 degrees in the area. And then on Thursday, a 50% chance of snow showers. May see an accumulation of less than ½ an inch. We'll have a high near 39 at Thursday night. Rain is likely. We'll get down to 18 degrees on Friday. Partly sunny with a high near 21 degrees. Friday night, partly cloudy, low of 8 degrees. Saturday, partly sunny, high of 27. Saturday night, 30% chance of snow showers, cloudy. We will have a low of 21. Sunday, 50% chance of snow showers, high of 32. At night, down to 30% chance of snow showers, mostly cloudy, low of 16 degrees.
I'm pleased to welcome back to our studios our friend Dennis Gans. He's usually here for Wild Bat Hunting, but today he has his serious hat on. He is also the Director of Marketing for APTS here in Hazleton, which is the American Patient Transport Systems. You have a membership campaign underway, and this is very important for a lot of people in our viewing area.
Yeah, this is our annual membership drive that we offer. It's ability for residents in the surrounding communities to take advantage of a membership. This membership is specific for residents of the City of Hazleton, Hazel Township, West Hazleton this year, Beaver Meadows, and the villages of Shepton and Oneida. Those are the communities, boroughs, municipalities where we are your primary ALS and BLS ambulance provider. The membership mailings went out earlier this month. If you have not, you are more than welcome to call us at the number that we have listed, and we'll be able to take care of that there. The other thing is, if you want to if you have internet access, you can go to our website and click on membership. You can either download the membership form to complete and mail in to us, or you can register or renew right online. We have that ability as well. So it's really simple to get signed up, and it's a life-saving thing. In the event of emergency, the last thing you want to worry about is a large ambulance bill. What this membership does is it allows you to go to the hospital, get cared for, get well, not worry about that. What we do is we bill your insurance company. We accept what your insurance company bills. If there's a copay or anything like that, because you're a member of APTS Ambulance, you do not get billed that copay.
All righty, so you heard the communities that are impacted by this. Very important to take advantage of this, because heaven forbid you do need that ride. This is something that can give you some peace of mind, so you don't have a staggering bill to pay afterwards.
Yeah, and we find a lot of people that still aren't taking advantage of it. And the other thing too is, keep in mind, if you're a resident like McAdoo, Freeland, Whitehaven, Sugarloaf Valley, okay, we also respond into those communities as either the first due paramedic unit or a second due paramedic unit to help the services that Medic 26 may be there. So keep in mind, we do have billing agreements with those folks. We encourage you to join their membership drives if you're a resident of any of those communities, and not necessarily the APTS, join them, support those services, because those volunteers need your dollars as well.
All righty, good information, very important information. So if you have any questions, you can call APTS, of course, at 570-453-1445, extension 2 for the membership drive. Dennis will definitely get you connected with the important information you need to know. Thank you so much. Come in and see us often.
Absolutely.
All righty, Dennis Gans from APTS.
Thanks again, Lisa. Well, we've had super blue blood moons, now the green screen, and pick 2, very fittingly, 42, the answer to life, the universe, and everything. Pick 3, 466, pick 4, 6711, pick 5, 04090. Your wild number is 3. A special Dave Day talking about the 25th anniversary of the Hazelton area Cougars making it to the state final in high school boys basketball.
Time now for sports on SSPTV News.
Hello everyone, welcome to another exciting Dave Day here with Dave Seaman, Standard Speaker sports editor. You have to go and read his article. Dave, was it on Monday or Sunday about the reunion of the 1992-93 Hazelton area boys basketball team?
It was in Monday's edition.
Okay,
Yeah.
so grab Monday's paper. And Dave, the way you started your article about the banners in the gymnasium at Huey McGeehan Gymnasium at Hazelton area is perfect, because I went to Bishop Hayfie, but the first thing you notice when you go there is there's that one white banner that just sticks out. And Mike Joseph told me last week, head coach for the Cougars, was an assistant coach at that time, that, you know, this is the team that all others have been measured against at the Hazelton area high school. It's been 25 years since they made the state championship game, and a few members of the team got back together for a little reunion before Friday night's game against Berwick. Dave, what was that like, covering the run and then also, you know, getting to talk with some of these players 25 years later?
Yeah, it's always it's entertaining too, because the stories, while they're the same, sometimes the truth gets stretched a little bit as the years go on. But it was a fantastic team. They made an incredible run. It was the first year of the high school too. That's one thing people forget about that team as well, is that, you know, it was a blending of Hazelton, Freeland, and West Hazelton high schools, and all the students were coming in together at one time, so they needed something to build on. And it started, like Coach Leib said, Bruce Leib said, it was the football team had a very successful season in the fall. It built a camaraderie among the students from the 3 schools. It got students involved in the activities, and the students, fellow students going to watch the football team. As that transitioned into basketball season for both boys and the girls, you know, more and more students became involved, and the team got very successful. So it bonded that student body like something that really you couldn't have expected to happen, other than the power of sports at that time.
You were a sports reporter at that point for the Standard Speaker, right? Or
Actually, I was a news
Okay,
reporter
all
at that point, but I did get to do some stories, like following some fan-type stories or season tickets, and how that process went. I remember doing a story between the Eastern Final and the State Final too. They only had, you know, Chris Perry, who then was the athletic director, made a comment. Okay, now what do we do? Because nobody has been in that situation before. Like, how do you distribute tickets? They had to come up with a plan, a lottery. Some people even drove out to Erie to buy tickets, you know, because the Cougars were playing Erie Cathedral Prep in the state final, and some people actually drove out to Erie to get those tickets. It eventually turned out to be a lopsided crowd in favor of Hazelton. There are a lot of Hazelton people who made the trip. How they all got tickets, nobody will ever know the answer to that question. I'm sure there are a lot of stories behind that. But it was some kind of experience, and what I'll always remember too is, even though they lost that game, when that team came home, another story I did is, around midnight or so, when there are 5,000 people at Hazelton Area High School in the Huey McGeehan Gymnasium to welcome the team back, and it made everything all right. It kind of like closed the season, but it was a perfect ending, because it showed how this community, not just the community, the region, bonded together behind this team, and they were behind the team all season. And for them to show their support at the end of that season, again, it's something these players that play on this year's team, they would aspire to have that, because it was a great support, and it's something, you know, I'll never ever forget.
And Dave, last week when I was talking with Mike Joseph at the high school, before all of this happened, with the reunion to do a feature story on Joe Grula and also this year's team, unsolicited, he started talking about Gary Generos. And I have to say unsolicited because I'm very good friends with Gary, and I tailgate with him for Penn State. And one day he told me, I didn't even know he was on the team, that, hey, you know, I was on that team that went to the state championship. And head coach Mike Joseph talked about his role on that team as a role player.
And Gary Generos, who, you know, played the role of being the guy that led our bench and made sure that everybody was in line and needed to do what they needed to do to keep, you know, the guys around in the court in sync. You know, he was a tremendous force in doing that, Gary. His contributions go unnoticed. You know, statistically wise, he'll kid with you that he didn't do much, but for being one of the glue guys on our team, he did a great job.
So Dave, Coach Joseph felt it important to point out his role on the team that maybe didn't show up in the stat sheet, but he obviously made a difference on that team. You even mentioned in your article you remembered, or he was waving the towel while he was trying to get the fans involved. Talk about Gary a little bit, and maybe other players you've seen play that role for the Cougars.
Yeah, there have been a lot of players like Gary, and Gary too, always smiling, always happy. He accepted his role, and that's what a lot of players in this day and age too. They want to be the star, they want to be the starter, they want to contribute right away. To accept your role is something Gary did, and he passed that example on to a lot of players. And I go on to this year's team. Like Adrian Otero came back from the football team this year too. He filled into the starting void when Joey Grula was injured recently. He's had a big game against Berwick. Scotty Shamani has been there all year for the Cougars, just given tremendous amount of energy too. Andrew Vida, a sophomore, spelling Ryan Sparky Wolk at the point guard position too, and the other guys on the bench too. Nobody stepped up like Gary as far as waving the towel and everything too. But I know their heart's in the right place, and like Gary didn't play as much as Scotty did, or Adrian did, or Andrew Vida did. But he knew his role. His role on the team was to exhort the team, and they had a lot of student fans at the time too. And when the students saw Gary waving his towel, that was their cue to get up on their feet too. And we don't have that just yet, that kind of player, but maybe as the season goes along, we'll find somebody.
Now we'll hear from Dave again on Friday when we do a little Super Bowl preview, but you don't have to wait until then to get excited. The Standard Speaker has a feature story in today's newspaper about the Philadelphia Eagles with a local angle, and they'll have more throughout the week. So we'll see Dave Friday. I'll see you after the social report.
Good evening, everyone. Here's today's Talk of the Town. Time is running out to get your tickets for the 2018 Grey Dog Raffle that benefits St. John Bosco Church. Tickets are $100. The winning ticket will be drawn on Sunday, February 4th. For more information, you can call 570-788-1997. And that's today's Talk of the Town. SSPTV News would like to send our sincere condolences to the family and friends of these who recently departed. Hugh T. Brown of Hazleton. Mass is Saturday at 10 a.m. at Holy Annunciation Parish at St. Gabriel's Church in Hazleton. Friends may call Friday from 6 to 8 p.m. at the Frank J. Bonin Funeral Home in Hazleton. Mary Rose Harity of Beaver Meadows. The Joseph B. Conahan Funeral Home in Hazleton will announce their arrangements. Carol J. Kozloff of McAdoo. Funeral is Thursday at 8 p.m. at the Frank J. Bonin Funeral Home in Hazleton. Friends may call Thursday from 6 to 8 p.m. at the funeral home. Walter Putcher of Levittown. Mass is Friday at 9 a.m. at St. Mary's Ukrainian Catholic Church in Bristol, Pennsylvania. Friends may call Friday from 8 to 9 a.m. at the church. Tony Lynn Wilkinson of Upper Lehigh. The McNulty Funeral Home in Freeland will announce their arrangements. And today, we remember Melvin W. Brotzman Sr. We're missing you each and every day since you went away. Missing and loving you forever. From your sons, daughters, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren. Attention pay-per-view subscribers! If you see your name now on SSPTV News, you can call in and win a free movie from Service Electric Cablevision. Today's winner is Edward Lay-B of Gerardville. Call now and leave a message at 570-455-7267 extension 104 for your free movie.
Janine Lasana is doing those social media segments for us. She's worth a follow on all social media. I think it's Janine SSPTV on most of them. She's funny, has some cool stuff as well. Follow her there. Follow us every day. I'll see you tomorrow right here on SSPTV. Take it easy, everyone.
Watch us online anytime at ssptv.com and follow us on Facebook and Twitter.